Hello, this is a medieval story-based game where you need to rule your kingdom by making choices. The North and the South were allies until war for their throne in the South did arise. The king of the North didn't waste his time. He took their lands and did a crime. Is it all going to be rhymed? Oh, it's Jester. Maybe when he speaks, it will be like that. What's this? You don't know anyone? Skills, titles? Fin. Ah, final, finale, probably. Oh, there are multiple endings and so many. Wow, that's cool. That's intriguing. I have a bit of a different setup right now, so for some reason I'm scared. I don't know why, even though I just rotated my table. No joy was brought by such a deed, it only fueled the nobles' greed. They wanted to conquer all the south lands, but the king soon regretted the blood on his hands. That's how the king's life has now come to an end. Poisoned by southerners or perhaps one of his friends. Fortunately, there was still an heir. I always feel like this is B. There was an option to switch the font, but I think this is more atmospheric, so I'm going to keep that font and I will just get used to that. Fortunately, there was still an heir left in the royal family, a newborn babe, safe in the castle. You, actually. It did something here. Oh, cool. Einhard, the former king of the north. His main merit is the conquest of rich eastern lands. I even get a choice how I grow. Why is it so funny? You were born into a royal family, but you are only a few months old. You can't rule just yet. Grow faster or sleep calmly. I think we will relax while we can. We will sleep calmly. What if we will turn in some kind of monstrosity if we try to grow faster? I don't know. Indeed, you are luckier than 99% of people. A few months have passed. You have begun to crawl confidently through your chambers. Shiny objects and bright fabrics are everywhere. How do you react to this? Play modestly, get used to the lifestyle of a monarch. Let's play modestly. -1 heart. You climbed into the closet and pressed some kind of lever. An entire day later, hungry and covered in red bites, you find your way out of the secret corridor. But I didn't choose to crawl to the closet and press the lever. I only wanted to play with normal toys. You have learned to walk and are quietly playing in your chambers when suddenly a servant picks you up. You are taken to a big, crowded room. You assume it is a ceremony, which you don't want to attend at all. Fart! Mumble grumpily. Take a closer look at the crowd. I think we will take a closer look at the crowd because we are a future monarch and we need to remember the faces. A jester leans towards you and tells you to guess where he got his scars. Now you'll have nightmares. How do I suppose to guess what is the right choice? I'm trying to think logically. You were placed on the throne. Soon a thin, mustached gentleman approaches you and kneels down in front of you. Ignore him, pull his mustache. I always want to take the safe choice, but what if he will find it amusing if we pull his mustache, or will find us cute? I don't know. Let's pull his mustache. The man couldn't escape your iron grip. He was stuck there for a long time and you managed to pull out a few hairs. I am Victor, your highness. I will run the affairs of the kingdom until you come of age. Gaga boo boo. Gaga. Oh, I acquired the heart. You were trying to speak, but the servants misunderstood. They thought you were hungry and began to feed you. Your highness does not yet understand. This is natural, since you are still so young. We will begin our training soon, and I will teach you all about royal affairs. Rest? Sorry, since it's New Year, people explode some things outside. I don't know. Maybe fireworks, but it is pretty loud. Actually, I will close the window now. Wait a second. I think it should be better now. Let's watch Victor and learn from him. Victor talked to one of the merchants in the midst of the celebration. Nowadays, even the Easterners pay proper tribute. The treasury is never empty. I dare say this is a credit to my merit. Listen. A full treasury is the key to a quiet life in the kingdom. By the way, aren't you afraid that the ascension of the heir to the throne will ruin all of your work? Listen. You listen carefully, although you don't understand what they are saying. Alright, we are too small, I guess. I will never let the kingdom fall, no matter what the cost. Rest. Victor keeps saying something else, but you stopped listening. Several years have passed. You've grown up well. You can read and even write. Today is your 13th birthday, and you are free to do whatever you want. Demand candy, demand toys, have a party. Maybe if we have a party, we can make useful connections with other people. A lot of people you don't know have come to the royal ball. Some are your distant relatives, and some are people you do not recognize at all. Everyone is drinking a strange-looking liquid and completely ignoring you. Strange-looking liquid, like wine, but people in medieval times were drinking wine even when they are 13. Your Highness, you will soon take the throne, and you have a lot left to learn before the day comes. Please come to class. But it's my birthday today! I was trying to scream and replicate this. Go, get away from me, I'm busy. I understand that this would be probably funnier, but I think I will lose a heart. I will go. You follow Victor to the royal library. Before we begin, please wear this ring. It is a symbol of your royalty. Every member of the royal family has to wear one. Take it. Item received. King's signet ring. A weighty triquetra ring adorns your band now. Adorns your hand now. Now let's get started. Today I'll teach you about the line of succession to the throne. By law, the throne will always be inherited by the eldest born male. You inherited the throne from your father, and the next in line is... Come on, this is just the beginning. What do you mean boring? It's important. Keep listening. One of your older aunts came to the library. Her name is Beatrice. Watch. Victor, Victor, Victor. Don't overload the head of our future king. Our lordship has a feast scheduled today, and the hunt will begin soon. Let him play in the garden for a while. Tricky lady. Walk, stay, thank you, auntie. I will stay. Victor objected, but Her Excellency Beatrice insisted on ending the class. Open ways, garden. Alright. Map moving. Map scale. How big is the map? Not so big. Oh. I hope we will not need to fight it. What's this? Ah, okay. So I need to go to the garden. Alright. A A young child is running around in the garden. You've met him before. This is Aunt Beatrice's son. Spend time alone, play with the child. We should befriend him. It's always useful. Hello, cousin. Mommy said we should be friends. Let's play knights. Let's play another game. Alright. Should we show dominance? That we are... because we are the future king? Let's play another game. Then let's chase after the squirrels. Run after squirrels, okay. Ah! The pursuit of the squirrel led you to the bushes, where you were met by its relatives with clubs, who explained that they were not enthusiastic about this game. Well, I didn't mean to harm squirrels, I was just going to run after them. Look, look! There is a kitty! Watch. Alexander ran behind some trees and disappeared from view. I feel like if we search, maybe we will stumble upon some branch and injure ourselves, I don't know. So be it. You were glad to be alone and were about to leave, when suddenly Alexander ran out of the bushes. It's a bad kitty, it scratched me. What? Alexander screamed and ran into the castle. Out of the bushes, a little cat calmly stepped, looking up at you. Pet the cat. You leaned over to pet the cat, when suddenly she started speaking. Yes, yes, right there, just like that. A talking cat? Whatever, right? Serpentine? Yes, I am a cat, and my name is Serpentine, but where are your manners? That was very rude. Introduce yourself. You announced that you were the prince, but the cat didn't seem impressed. Nice to meet you, prince. Well, well, well. Are you magical? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Serpentine ignored her question. So you are the prince? Then you should know where the royal library is. I would really appreciate it if you would escort me there, your grace. Of course. Oh. Title received, gallant. Serpentine follows after you. He opened the library door and entered the building along with the talking cat. Serpentine began to look at the spines of the books as if reading them. Wait, you can read too? Let's just wait. It's obvious that she is reading, I think. You heard footsteps from behind you, and Serpentine darted behind the bookshelf to remain out of sight. The footsteps belonged to Victor. There you are, your grace. The preparations for the royal hunt have already begun. It is time for you to experience this wonderful tradition. Uh-oh. I'm scared. I don't want to go hunting. Something will probably happen, and I have only one heart left. Great. Then you should get ready, your lordship. The retinue will hit the road soon. Retinue? What is that? Ah. Okay, now I understand. A servant dressed you in a bright frock coat and leather boots. Shortly after, you were on the forest road. You were even allowed to ride a horse by yourself, though it was led by the bridle. Gallop. What do we do with this? You behave courteously to all, even animals. I guess it's just going to sit there. Nearly an hour later, you reach the edge of the forest, a well-known hunting ground for wild boars. The Margrave managed to shoot down several birds with just one arrow. He is clearly showing off. He grabbed a spear next, ready to hunt a wild boar. His display of skills has piqued your interest, and now you also want to hunt. Honestly, I don't, but the character has to do that, I guess. What is less cruel? Using a bow would be easier for him? I don't know. Ask for a bow. You are still too young, Your Grace. Just watch for now. Thanks. Agree. Don't listen to this old man, little one. Let me show you how real men hunt. No offense, Victor. I don't know, honestly. I feel like this skill can be useful and people will respect him more. Maybe we can be a bit of a rebel. Let's go. Victor grumbled, but you insisted that you wanted to learn how to hunt. Soon you and the Margrave went far from the retinue. Got you. Quiet now. He is there behind the bushes. Now watch and learn. Watch. The Margrave let out a war cry and rushed at the boar, with his spear at the ready. The boar began to flee. In a moment, both were out of sight. Run after Abathur or return to the retinue. You are left alone. There is nothing around you but trees. You can hear birds singing. Let's return. Your attackers shove a bag over your head and drag you along. I feel like we are too weak to resist. Let's scream. Call for help. You have been kicked several times with an iron boot, including in the face. The urge to make noises is gone. I think this is him. Check his band. Has he got the ring? Hey, what ring? Guards! What's this? Oh, okay. Assassin. One of those who arranged the assassination attempt. All you could notice was a fish tattoo on his arm. Item removed. King's signet ring. You felt a hand slide into the bag and roughly grab your hands, squeezing your fingers. All you could see was some sort of fish tattoo before the hand was gone again. Yeah, that's him. Finish him. Take his rags and throw the body into the ravine. Go on, get out of here already. Try to stand up. Ow. Skill learned, Scar. The sackcloth was pierced by a powerful prick of the blade and severely wounded your face. You bleed and pass out. What the hell is that? Hey, drop him and help me. Lay dead. Are you awake now, Your Grace? I assume this is how it's supposed to go. I just can't imagine another story path. Maybe we could avoid being wounded? Or maybe if we would run after the guy who hunted the boar, maybe we would just lose another heart. Are you awake now, Your Grace? Where am I? Where are the assassins? Yeah, let's ask this. A couple of angry trolls came out of the forest and attacked them. They fled. Where am I? In the forest, where you were before. It is just dark now. Come to your senses. What's this? Oh, nice. You washed yourself in the stream and tasted the berries that Serpentine stubbornly rubbed against. By some miracle, you began to feel 3 times better. No one around except crickets and Serpentine. You feel lonely and decide to turn to the cat. Where did the trolls come from? Who were the assassins? Their armor looked expensive. They did not look like bandits from the main road. They looked rather more mercenaries. Oh yeah, and everyone had blue capes. This is someone I know. It must be the Southerners. Are these squirrels? I feel like it's not the Southerners. It's probably someone from the castle that wanted him dead. For example, his aunt, she looked suspicious and she has a young son as well. So if only males can inherit the throne in this universe, maybe she wants her son on the throne. This is someone I know. Serpentine shrugged, or maybe you imagined it. I must ask, are you planning to lie here and ask questions all night? The assassins are gone, but there are other dangers in this forest. You're right, let's go back to the castle. Cool. Castle gates. A line of boys are gathered in front of the castle. Many of them look suspiciously a lot like you. Find out what's going on. Wait in line. I just have a question. Find out what's going on. The prince has gone missing, shouted someone from the queue. Alright, I don't know what he is going to ask, but let's ask. The queue members are glaring daggers at you. One of them punches you in the mouth. I've loosened my grip of choosing the right answer. Are you the smartest one? Badass. Go to the end of the line. Yes, I'm the prince. I feel like he will be just punched more. Let's go to the end of the line. You walk off to the back of the line, to the hooting of your peers. You've been standing under the scorching sun for several hours. You are terribly thirsty. Get a drink from the stream, suffer. Get a drink. When you came back, a dozen new guys took your place. You had to go back to the end. Suffer. At least now we are not thirsty. What happened? Ignore. After several hours, you see a boy badly beaten leaving the castle. What happened? Crooked. The guard found out that I was lying. You shouldn't lie then. He told you to sod off and left. It is finally your turn. You see the captain of the guard. Torek, step forward. Torek eyes you silently, raising a brow. Torek, it's me, Prince. The old warrior sighed heavily, nodding his head to the queue behind you. Another one, huh? I know you. Let me see, Victor. I'm the real one. Torek, they say that he is the most hardened warrior. They say that he is the most hardened warrior in the kingdom, even though he is blind in one eye. Let's read about everyone. Einhard's sister, whom you simply call Aunt. Son of Beatrice, 3 years younger than you. Mysterious talking cat. He led a campaign against the Southerners a few years ago. For his victories in war, he was appointed the title of Margrave of the Eastern Appanage. Why Scar is a skill? It's hard to recognize the former prince in you because of it. Oh no. So we did make a wrong choice. Alright, so if we say that we want to see Victor, then maybe he will realize that since we know his name, it means we are the prince. Let me see Victor. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to let some filthy peasant inside the castle. Prove you're the prince. You frantically try to prove that you're the real prince, but you're interrupted by a messenger bringing Torek a report. Victor ordered the guards to kick out any prince that didn't have the royal ring. Listen. Good, finally we can end this charade. Do you have the signet ring, young man? I feel like if we say this, it's not going to be good in the long run. So let's just say right away that we lost it. I lost it. Please move, you are blocking the castle road. When I find the ring, you'll pay. Wait at the entrance of the castle. Wait. Title received, Stinky One. You crossed your arms across your chest and stood under the wall of the castle. After a moment, a stinking mass plopped down on your head. At least we didn't lose a heart. A familiar purring voice comes from the nearby bushes. Turn around. You watch Serpentine lazily wash her face, looking at you with her bright, sparkling purple eyes. Mrr, not bad. I see you are still alive. What do you plan to do now, Your Grace? Haha. I won't be able to accompany you any further. You'll have to act on your own. But I can give you a hint. What? What do you want to know, Your Grace? Ask and I'll tell you. How can I find the ring? We have to catch assassins. How will I be able to survive here? Well, this is not a question. And she already said that she doesn't know who assassins are. Let's ask about the ring. Meow? Your Grace can't do it on your own. Check out the village nearby. Maybe you will find a good, naive man who can help you. Maybe. Indeed, one of the peasants should know this forest like the back of their hand. Well, Your Majesty, is that all you wanted to know? No, I have one more question. What do you want to know, Your Grace? Ask and I'll tell you. How will I be able to survive here? Poor, pitiful prince. It is unlikely that one of the peasants will take you in. They have barely enough to feed themselves. However, you might try your luck up north, at the academy. So what's next? If you manage to finish your studies in time and pass the exam, then you'll have a chance to meet with the former royal magician. Maybe he can help. Though I wouldn't trust a mage. So we have to study for several years to be able to return to the castle. Study? Yes, it will take a long time, but what can you do? At least you'll be relatively safe this way, I see. Well, Your Majesty, is that all you wanted to know? Why is this green? No, I have one more question. We have to catch assassins. I remember that you were hunting with the Margrave. Maybe you should visit him. His lands are nearby. Oh, yeah, he should definitely recognize us. Or not, because now we have an ugly scar. A batter. You're not even sure that the Margrave wasn't involved with your attempted murder, or that you can get into his lands to see him. Well, Your Majesty, is that all you wanted to know? Perhaps. The cat gives you a grin before hiding behind the tree. Your head is bursting with thoughts and questions, but you don't have any more time to ask them. You hear the roar of a ferocious-sounding animal from some nearby bushes, and decide that it's time for you to go. Go. Oh, so now we have more choices, I guess. Should we try going to the Margrave? I'm just curious. I have a feeling that the right choice would be go to a magician. But let's just go here first. You've been walking along the road to the east for the whole day. Serpentine follows you, hiding in the bushes from time to time. In the evening, you feel a strong hunger and a terrible fatigue. Go all night, spend the night in the bushes. Let's go. You trip over rocks and walk in pitch darkness. In the morning, you are covered in cuts and bruises. You see a mill and several houses in the distance. Go to the mill, to the houses. This doesn't really tell me anything. Let's go to the mill. Near the mill, you notice a small field, a gable-roofed house, and a miller. You hear swearing coming from behind the mill. A peasant woman asks the old miller for some flour, but he drives her away. Wait, did we just go to a place with a bunch of villagers instead of going to the Margrave? Was it another direction? Oh well, it's too late now, so let's just follow this path. Go to the peasant woman, go to the old man. Well, if he kicked her out, then maybe he's evil, so let's approach the woman. He's always been stingy, but now he's refusing everyone. Do you have any food, sir? Unfortunately, no. The peasant woman lost interest in you. Miller, the freaky miller. So what about you, boy? Are you from here? I can't see that well, but I don't remember ever seeing you in the village. Ask for food and shelter. I'm the prince. I'm not local. I don't think it's very wise to just walk around and scream to everyone that we are the prince. They may think that he is just crazy or try to assassinate him again. Alright, let's try asking for food because we are hungry. He will probably refuse, but... Of course, I'm always glad to see travelers. They are far more interesting than the locals. Follow the old man. I see that you are not from here. Your skin is all white, probably northerner. Let's go to my house. You must be tired from the road. Follow the old man. I'm looking for Abertur's court. So that was the right way. Let's just follow him maybe, or no, let's ask. It's to the east of here. It's pretty far away. You should rest first. Yes. Follow the old man. The old man invited you into his house and gave you fresh milk. He also gave you some strange meat that you've never had before. This may make him angry, but is it really our business to ask this? I don't know if we should ask. Let's just look around. You stared at the door with a large barn lock. The old man didn't like you looking and smacked your forehead with a big wooden spoon. Okay, so we can ask multiple. Why don't you share with peasants? Do they share with anyone? Idlers and nothing more. They are afraid of the king, so they pay him dues. I'm full. Now that you are full and rested, you can help an old man with his work. Am I right? Of course, we should help him. I have things to do in my household. The manure has to be collected and it's time to repair the mill. I can't do it all on my own. Collect manure, help with the mill. I don't think he knows how to repair the mill, so maybe it will make the miller angry, so let's just collect these. The old man gave you a bag and shovel for the manure. An endless field stretches out before you under a scorching hot sun. Go there, go here. This somehow looks less stinky, so let's go here. I mean, there. You found a cow patty. You went further into the field. Go here, look there, look around. Let's look around. You noticed a mound of freshly dug earth. It reminds you of a grave, but maybe you're just imagining things. Look here. You found nothing. You notice a cow approaching you. It lets out an aggressive sounding moo. I don't know if cows can be dangerous, but once I went hiking, and when I was going back from the mountain, there were two paths. One was just the one I took, and another one with cows. And my friend that I was with wanted to go through the cows, but I refused because I was afraid that they can attack us. So we took the path that we already have taken. Should I Google this? If cows can attack? Alright, it says attacks are rare, but if the cow is scared, it can fatally attack you, so let's run. You return to the miller with almost nothing, but we collected something. What? Is it out of your league? Bungler. Help with the meal. It means that you can help fix the meal. Just don't look inside, otherwise you'll get hit in the head. Now take this wing and carry on. Take the wing from the front part, take the wing from behind. Let's take the wing from the front part. The miller took the wing from the other side. The wing is terribly heavy. You immediately feel tired. Drop it, hold it. Hold it. You endured it, but because of this, you overstrained your body. Bravo! How could I predict this? Okay, I'll climb up and fix the wing, and you hold it from below. Wait for the miller, look inside the mill. Wait for the miller. The miller climbed up and shouted to you to raise a wing. Move it more to the left. Move it to the left, move it to the right. Maybe from his perspective it's reversed. And this question is tricky. Let's move it to the left. No, to the other left. Move it the other way. Enough, let it go. Let go of the wing. The miller secured the wing and released the stopper. The mill is working again. You did a good job today. It's getting dark. You can spend the night in my house and continue on your way tomorrow. I don't want. He's very sketchy. He doesn't help villagers, but he helps outsiders. And then we ate a weird meat and saw a grave, so maybe he just kill people who are from outside, because no one will miss them, and then he make food from them. I'm sure it is like that. To the house. You were so tired after your work during the day that you fell asleep forgetting everything. You walk to the sound of the creaking of the door. Looks like the old man has left the house. Look around. You peered closely at the door with the huge lock. Moonlight filtered through the cracks in the door. You can see clothes, armor, and several pairs of boots, as well as various weapons. Open. The door won't budge. Footsteps were heard from the street. I feel like he should run away. Let's hide under the bed. You're hiding under the bed. You can only see the legs of the old man and the flash of an axe handle. Stay quiet. You fell asleep and didn't wake up until morning. Well, traveler, thank you for the company. Come back to our lands again soon. So he wasn't confused that we were sleeping under the bed. Or maybe he just pretended that he is normal because he couldn't see us during the night and it was a good choice that we hid. Hit the road. Alright, so we can't go there anymore. Maybe we will not be able to at all. I thought it's like we go to one place, then another, but apparently maybe not. We have only one heart. This looks scary. We've been there. Should we go to the tower? Is it the place where we need to go? Or is this the place? I don't know. Let's try going here. Unexpected event. An old woman with a basket asks you to help cross the highway, although it's completely empty. Well... It disappeared! Or, we are a gentleman. So we should help her. Oh. Easy peasy, you've taken the old woman across an empty highway. In gratitude, she treated you to raspberries. Oh, that's so cute. So nice to see some kindness in this harsh world. You've been wandering in a mysterious fog for an hour. When you do decide to rest, Serpentine jumps out of the bushes. Let's pet her. Serpentine purred and rubbed against your legs. It's worth it because she's purring and it's nice. Having collected some dry wood, you hit a fire and sat down on the ground. Serpentine is nested on the ground in front of you, resting comfortably. What are you doing here? Tell her about your adventures and this. Tell her about your adventures. Serpentine yawned, and you couldn't help letting out a yawn yourself. What are you doing here? See this fog everywhere? I remember the same fog over Fabian's tower when I ran away. I swear by my tail it's here somewhere. What? Ran away? I'm confused. The light from the bonfire seemed to attract some moths. Serpentine began to hunt them enthusiastically. What tower? Who is Fabian? Were you always a cat? Who is Fabian? Yes, a horrible old magician. Ah. So we did go to a magician. I thought that magical school was across the bridge. I'm a bit confused. Yes, a horrible old magician. He kept bragging about how he served the king, blah blah blah. What tower? Fabian's tower moves. It appears wherever it wants. Were you always a cat? Oh? Did you finally decide that you want to know? Of course not. I mean, I don't think so. I don't remember much, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. All I remember is that I used to live in a stifling tower. Ah. And what were you looking for in the library? Do you want to become a human again? You're a clever one, Prince. The charm is in the amulet around my neck, and that nasty magician must have the key. Quite interesting. I will help you. Serpentine purred and sat on your lap. You both fell asleep quickly. You hear the roar at night. Sleep until morning. Walk around in the fog. No, we're not going to walk around. Let's sleep. It's not a good option either, but I don't think it's good to walk around in the fog. Maybe Cat will be able to protect us if we stay with her. Wow, the fire had almost gone out. It was so dim now that you could barely see anything around you. You slept until the morning and had a good rest. Super. You awoke to Serpentine sitting on your face. Get up. The cat trampled on your face with her paws before jumping off. Prince, look, this is Fabian's tower. Whose? He'll help get the ring back. How did it get here? Ring? Option? Serpentine looked at you questioningly. Oh yes, your ring. He might be able to help, but could you ask him about me first, since we are here? Isn't it dangerous? I will go. Will you stay here? Isn't it dangerous? As long as you don't do anything stupid, you'll be fine. That's hard, to not do anything stupid, honestly. Will you stay here? I saw this tower several times on the way, but I couldn't get in since I have paws. I will go. Fabian's tower is in front of you. The trees around it seem unnatural somehow. The only window seems dark with a mysterious haze around it. I feel like we did wrong. Maybe we should have studied in the magical academy first and then go to him, so he respects us. Because there is an option to go back now, but since we have 3 hearts, I think I can risk and try to go forward and just see what happens. The tower is getting further away with every step. Aha! Why is this green? Let's go back, maybe it will be closer then. You stepped back and the tower began to approach. The tower's door is open. Enter. You exited from the other side of the tower. Looks like some kind of magic. No, we are not climbing. He will fall and lose a heart. Come in again. Come in again. We don't need to rest because we have full hearts. Alright, I guess we will have to climb the wall.
Ow!
That's what I was saying. You began to cling to the raised stones and managed to climb about 3 meters, but soon you fall crashing down to the ground. Let's rest, okay? The riddles of the tower bored you. You sat down in the grass and dozed off. You're having a dream. You're in a round room with high ceilings. Next to the window is a table with unknown devices and a chest. Shout out to the owner. Inspect devices. Open the chest. I feel like it's rude to poke around. So let's scream.
Hey!
There is no one in the room but you. Okay. Chest seems less dangerous, so let's open the chest. The chest is locked. Too bad you are not a burglar. Maybe if we did some other things before, we could do this. Like learn burglary from the peasants, for example. I really don't know how this game works. I don't know if I will get a choice to go further to other places. Inspect devices. There are a lot of bizarre items on the table, such as a pipe with glass on both sides, and a lot of scattered books. Oh, look for Serpentine's key. Clumsy prince, this picture, what? One careless gesture set all the bottles on the table in motion. Your ears were stuffed up from the sound of breaking glass and you inhaled some kind of poison. Why? Why does this lead to that? You suddenly woke up and looked around. The mage's tower is gone, but you see a familiar cat. Listen. Make me happy, prince. Did you find the key? No. Oh gods, are you really that unlucky? I'll go look for another prince. What? I thought she will be loyal to us all the way through. But Serpentine decided not to wait for an answer and darted into the bushes. To the map. No, I feel like we will get a bad ending. I wanted to help her. I don't want to go to the fields or to the mill. Let's just go to the academy, it just feels the best. What? So big. Where was this Yeti guy? He disappeared. Also, this looks very interesting. Should we just go there? I can't decide. I feel like he will just die soon. Alright, let's go here. Will this open for us if we hang out in the fields? I have a bad feeling about it, but I just feel like since we are here, let's try it. And if he dies, we can always just take another path and go to the magical school. So he becomes super clever and can do anything. The whole field is in neat rows of green grass, although, what is it, weed? Pull out weeds, don't touch. Why would we do that? Don't touch it. It's not your fault that these peasants are such fools. You are walking among the endless fields under the scorching sun until some clouds appear in the distance. Find a hideout, keep walking. Let's find a hideout. A tree appeared ahead of you in the middle of the field. The tree turned out to be a lonely wild apple tree. Eat an apple, take a rest. Eat an apple. You've experienced the taste of wild bitter apples and diarrhea. I just thought it will give us energy. He haven't eaten for a while. So quick to die, you just had to try. What? I thought it will make us start the game over. What's the point of hearts then? Let's go to the fields again. The whole field is a neat rows of green grass, although, what is it? Weed? Don't touch it. Okay. Find the hideout. And then take a rest. You hear someone humming a song about a king of the poor. Suddenly, a performer appears in front of you. Siggy. Do you know that this tree is my outpost? Who are you? I'm Siggy, the chief governor of the Eastern Province. And who are you? Let's read about him first. The restless beggar. He calls himself a warrior. So he is lying. I'm the prince. Oh, please forgive this stupid Siggy, your grace. I didn't recognize you without your full dress and retinue. I'm looking for Abarthur's yard. Siggy is making faces and imitating your courtier. Is this like hitting him? Don't you believe me? Siggy deftly dodges and you fall into the mud. Dodges, but we were just screaming. Stand up. Of course not. The body of our prince was found a long time ago. He died. The kingdom is ruled by Victor now. You must be some kind of a fool. A body? Yep. A torn to pieces body. The bear's work. They say that the prince was only identified by his clothes. I've got the proof. You tell them about the ring and the assassins who stole it. You know, I feel like they should see by his manners and white skin that he is actually the prince. I don't see the ring, so there is no proof. Tell me more about the assassins. You say that you've been pierced through? Tell about the tattoo. A tattoo? That's it, right? Do you know who it is? Why is this always screaming? No, but the chief probably knows. He has many friends. Take me to the chief. Maybe I will, but first I have some business in the village. Follow me, your grace. Follow Siggy. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read that. I will check. Yeah, I think it's Siggy. Follow Siggy. You continued on your way through the fields. Delicate ears of wheat sway in the wind. You feel calm and peaceful. Walk dreamily, lay. No, he will lay in the cow poop. Walk dreamily. You look quite strange in the eyes of sweaty farmers. Here we are. This is my old man's yard. Would you like some turnips directly from the garden? I can teach you some things at the same time. Of course. You ignored your noble upbringing and agreed to steal? Wait, what? I thought we are free to take it. No, I didn't mean to. Then climb over the fence. What about the entrance? The gate was closed after my last visit, so we have to climb over it. That's theft. I'm sorry, Your Highness. I forgot that you were of noble blood. Keep a lookout, so to speak. Wonderful. Well, that's a bit better, I guess. Siggy bowed down several times and climbed over the fence. Well, at least he's trusting us now, I think. Maybe we are not that lost, maybe we have a chance to get some good ending. A stone flies up, hitting you in the back. Turning around, you see two hooligan boys. It's too many choices. I feel like I'm overloaded. I don't know. I'm not going to throw stones 100%. Run away also. I guess we will just get lost. Let's chase them. Oh! The boys are luring you behind a little hut. There you are robbed by a dozen of the same hooligans. Finding nothing valuable, they take pity on you and give you something to eat instead. Ah, that's nice. Your throat is dry. Fortunately, there is a well nearby. However, suspiciously, no one goes to drink from it. Ask the residents, drink a little, drink a lot of water. Why is it this smiling picture? It's so funny. Let's ask people. You are told that the well is sacred. Residents are strictly forbidden to take water from it. Serpentine is sneaking along the fence. Observe. I wouldn't trust these beggars. They can be more dangerous than assassins. Didn't she leave us and say that she will find another prince? I am offended, honestly. Let's show that we care about her. Be careful. The barking of a dog was ahead. Oi, the barking of a dog was heard. Serpentine hissed and darted into the bushes. Siggy jumps out from behind the fence with a handful of turnips. Are you a thief? Not all are of such noble blood as you, your grace. I'm sorry that things didn't go according to plan. It's time for me to run. Wait! Siggy runs away, dropping some of the loot, but then turns around for a moment. There is no time, your grace. If you want to see the chief, go to our hideout in the forest. Go from the bridge towards the dragon's stump. Let's run after him. Probably this is a wrong option, but I'm just curious what will happen. Okay, so we need to go to their hideout in the forest. Go from the bridge towards the dragon's stump. I feel like they will give us choices and I will forget where I should go and press something wrong. Let's first run after him. The owner of the garden jumps out from behind the fence and runs after you with a pitchfork. Siggy disappeared from sight between the trees. Run. Why run is crouching? Leader's hideout field after the battle. I don't want to go here. Let's go to the hideout. You decided to look for the chief and went into the glade where Siggy had run. The path leads into a dense forest from here. But what about turnips? We didn't eat them. Go. You find a human skeleton near a tree. Rob, make friends with the skull, bury and dig him a grave. We are noble, we are a gentleman, let's stick to that. We will bury and dig him a grave. You waste a lot of time and dig a small hole, putting the bones there and praying for the soul of the fallen. You move on. So what? We didn't lose a heart, so it was worth it. It quickly started to get dark. Soon you happened upon an overturned cart and the corpse of a horse ahead on the road. It's clear some kind of attack happened here recently. Continue on the road, don't risk it, and get around. Since this game is tricky, I feel like it may be even good if we continue, because the game will say something like, oh, you didn't waste your time going around, you went straight, so You arrived quickly and here is a heart for you. Let's just continue. There is a stunned-looking man standing on the road and swinging his sword in all directions. You've never heard such swear words before. Offer to help, go around, take a closer look. Let's take a look. You recognize that he is a bandit by tattered clothes. He doesn't look very sane. Go around, offer to help. Let's go around. You go around the road as far as possible from a strange person and wander into the wilderness. It's getting dark, so you can't see anything ahead of you. Even the light of the moon doesn't pass through the dense branches of the trees. Go through. You heard something rustling on the left. Could it be a predator? Should we risk it? Let's run. You tripped over some roots and beat your... Oh, you tripped over some roots and hit your head on a rock. You squint your eyes and strain as hard as you can until you notice a dugout ahead. What? Hit the door? What door? Look around. You slowly examined everything around you. The dugout seems to be uninhabited and everything around you is silent. An old man comes out of the thicket with a bunch of brush behind his back. He whistles an unfamiliar melody and doesn't seem to notice you. Shout to the old man.
Hey!
Why do we have a voice of at least 16-year-old? Aren't we 12 or 13? The old man disappeared and a moment later appeared on a branch right above you. Is he going crazy? You stumbled back in fear and fell into a nearby ravine. You owe me an apology, you tramp. You scared me in my own forest. Agree, disagree. We should agree because it's better not to be cocky when we can't protect ourselves and we are in the middle of the forest at night. Who knows what he can do? Let's agree. The old man hit you on the head with a log. So quick to die, you just had to try. Okay. Should we try it again? We go... Oh wait, it's different. You notice a hare that has been caught in a snare. Take him as a dinner, release him. Look, it would be logical to eat the hare. He is on survival mode. But I just can't harm animals. You know, I don't eat meat in real life. I'm sorry, I will release a hare. The hare takes out his pocket watch, looks at the time and then nods to you and runs away. Okay, I guess he's going to Alice, right? It quickly started to get dark. Soon you happened upon an overturned cart and the corpse of a horse ahead on the road. Okay, so this one we saw already. Let's try and get around. You are in the wilderness. A windbreak is in front of you. Trees lie with their roots up, blocking the way. Let's climb through the top, because what if everything will collapse on him? For a moment you felt like a king standing at the top of a mountain. But why was he standing? He should have crawled. But that quickly ended as you slipped off and rolled into a nearby ravine. You managed to tear up your clothes and scrape up your knees and elbows nicely. You're at the bottom of the ravine. Try to get yourself out, call for Serpentine. Let's call for a cat, maybe she is around. You cried out for Cat, pitifully. What am I supposed to do? I have paws, your majesty. Grab the roots and try to pull yourself out. Look for a way out. You felt the roots and got out of the ravine on the third try. You found your way back onto the forest road. You can hear wolves howling from ahead. Continue forward. Go the other way. Let's go the other way. It's getting dark, so you can't see anything ahead of you. Even the light of the moon doesn't pass through the dense branches of the trees. Go through. You heard something rustling on the left. Could it be a predator? Let's run like we did. Oh, right. But why was it green? They should have made it red. If we already chose it and it was bad. Okay, let's try again. We go. Instead of burying him, let's maybe do this silly stuff. Make friends with the skull. You name your new friend Julius and examine him at arm's length, but very quickly Julius bored you with his silence and you threw him out. Let's continue on the road. And then we go around. Go through. You heard something rustling. Let's check it out. Turns out there is nothing here. They are just very noisy bushes. You continue on your way. You squint your eyes and strain as hard as you can until you notice a dugout ahead. Let's try hitting the door this time. You were so happy that you accidentally banged your head on the door, but it didn't remove a heart, at least. An old man comes out of the thicket with a bunch of brush behind his back. He whistles an unfamiliar melody and doesn't seem to notice you. Shout to the old man.
Hey!
Okay, so here we disagree then. Clever prince. I was scared too. I fell into the ravine. Are we like showing that we are above him? Okay. What do you need? I'm looking for the chief's hideout. The old man scratched the bald patch on his head and pointed in the direction of a nearby stream. Without a second thought, you went there, noticing out of the corner of your eye that the old man had disappeared. You spotted a shabby-looking child who was drinking from the river. He saw you watching him and ran away. Ran after him. While you were running after him, the sun began to rise. You began to notice a few more children and even some teenagers ahead. You ended up in some kind of camp, speckled with huts and a couple of small campfires. There are 24 hungry children and teenagers staring at you. Ask teenagers, show who's the leader. Let's ask. Why do we have to be rude? Your questions made the teenagers angry. You were beaten by the whole crowd. Beggar. You want to know who we are? We are the children of parents who died during the war. But we remain. We survive as best as we can. And what are you doing here? Where is the chief? Where is the chief? The street children led you deeper into the camp. The chief was sitting on a throne made of garbage and Siggy was reporting to him. Did you just tell the first person you met about our camp? What if he is a spy? Observe. Siggy silently lowered his eyes, realizing that he was guilty. You disappoint me, Siggy. I'm demoting you from the governor of our army. Are you the chief? Watch. Let's watch. You're looking at the chief, and the chief is looking at you. Why are you staring at me? Are you the chief? Well, yeah. I'm looking for a man with a tattoo. Why should I care? I have to know. Yeah, how do they know? They are just a bunch of kids. I'm confused and I'm lost. I have to know. You hear the screams of children and solemn voices of adults. Suddenly you see a detachment of guards come into the camp. In the name of Margrave Abathur, the lord of the eastern appanage and inhabitants of Berg, you are all under arrest. Hide. You see Sigi and the chief escape from the encampment by jumping over a large stump and climbing over the wall of trees. You have no choice but to jump after them. The guards are shackling all of the homeless children. When all of the children have been caught, the convoy is led back to the village. Watch. How am I supposed to believe you? You showed up and they came in right after you. You have to get my friends out, and maybe then I'll think about telling you what I know. I feel like they don't know anything, but again, if we help them, we will just get some friends. And it's nice to have friends. I don't know anything about having friends, but I imagine it's nice. Tell me immediately, alright, how will I find them? How will I find them? The guards will take them to Berg. Berry? It would be Berry in Swedish. It's the nearest place. There they will be put in cages and then hung. I will help you save them. Smile. Sigi asked to go with you. We have to get out of here before we get caught. Follow the chief. You made your way out of the woods, discussing your plan to set the beggars free. Don't come back here again. When you get the guys out, head to the abandoned adit. It's north of Berg. And take this. It will come in handy for opening locks. Take. Oh, maybe after that we could go to the tower and then we could open the chest. The chief carefully looked around before slipping you a lockpick and leaving. A real mission? Great! I'll be waiting for you in Berg. There's a burnt house near the tavern. You'll find my shelter under the chimney. Leave. It's such a big game. I imagine that we will just do this route and then there will be some kind of ending. I don't think we will get a chance to get to other places. But I really want to try this magical school. I just feel like it's the most clever way. Maybe I will do one playthrough and then if it doesn't let us go to other places, I will do another playthrough. Because I think this game is very cool. Okay, let's get to this Berry? But I thought we need to go here. Alright, let's go there.